Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? So in today's video, I'm back again to do another foundation review. Today I'm going to be doing a review on this Bareminerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I have mine here in the shade Ginger. I picked this up because I had a comment a couple videos ago from a subscriber recommending that I check this product out. And if you've seen any of my last couple videos, y'all know I've been on the lookout for a nice, simple, lightweight, everyday foundation for summer. So, you know, I saved up my coin and I went ahead and picked her up. So that's what we're going to be reviewing today. I'm really excited to get into it. Actually, this product has been on my radar for a minute, but I didn't know, if y'all would want to see a video on it. But when I got that comment, I was like, yes, honey, I'm gonna go ahead and pick her up and try her out finally. So that's what we're gonna do today. Before we get into it though, I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers out there. I've been getting a lot of new subscribers recently, and I don't know how y'all found my channel, but I'm glad that y'all have found it. I'm glad that y'all subscribed and y'all are sticking around. So if this isn't your first time, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. Be sure to just go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and go ahead and click the bell button as well so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, let's get into the review. So first, I just want to give a little rundown of the product. So this retails for $32 US, and you get 1.18 fluid ounces of product with this. So I'm just going to read some information off the website. It claims to be full of clean mineral pigments. It claims to have marine botanicals and plant-derived squalane, both of which give your skin some hydration and give your skin a nice dewy natural look, allegedly. It also contains mineral electrolytes, coconut alkanes, and a non-mineral based sunscreen. So this product does contain SPF. It has SPF 30. So the sun protecting ingredient in here is titanium dioxide, which is a physical sunscreen. So for those of you who are concerned with products with SPF, if you have sensitive skin and you're concerned that products with SPF might be a little sensitizing to your skin, physical sunscreens as compared to chemical sunscreens are a lot less sensitizing to the skin. They sit on top of the skin and deflect UV rays rather than absorbing into the skin, which can be sensitizing for some people. If you find that your skin is sensitive to SPF, you shouldn't really have too big of an issue with this because, like I said, this is a physical sunscreen. According to the website, this product doesn't contain parabens, fragrance, chemical sunscreens, mineral oil, formaldehyde, talc, gluten, or any animal-derived ingredients. It is 100% cruelty-free and vegan. So this product comes in 20 shades, which for a tinted moisturizer is something that's going to give you more of a sheer coverage, something that, one shade probably fits 2 or 3 different skin tones. 20 shades isn't too bad. So they have a little reference chart here for you to find your shade, and honestly, it's giving me a little anxiety. This number system's kind of weird. Like, it's not even completely in order. Like, legit, they jump from 3 to 3.5 to 5.5 and then back down to 4.5. Whoever decided to make this graphic obviously missed that day in kindergarten where we were going over numbers. All right, but I think I've rambled enough. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it and see how it works. I did go ahead and before I applied it, I did just use this Murad City Skin Age Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. I really love this physical sunscreen. It protects against UVA, UVB, pollution, blue light, and infrared radiation. And in addition, it also is a great primer for your makeup. So I really love that product. That's what I'm wearing as my base. Got my Starbucks here in a reusable cup because hashtag save the earth. So now I'm ready to just go in with foundation. The directions recommend applying to clean skin with fingertips. I personally don't want to do that because I just find that using a brush is a little bit more hygienic in my opinion. So I'm going to take this Real Techniques foundation blender. I already applied some to the brush head, and I'm just going to go ahead and first just dab some all over my face. And then once that's applied, I'm going to go ahead and start blending it in using buffing motions. I find that buffing gives the best skin-like finish, and it really presses it into your pores and fine lines and things like that. Any foundation you apply with this doesn't accentuate your pores or lines or anything like that when you buff it in, as opposed to swiping it across your skin. It also helps prevent streaking as well. And I decided to just use a brush rather than a beauty blender because beauty blenders honestly suck up so much product, and for a more full coverage foundation, I wouldn't mind because I like to control the coverage. I don't like to look too full coverage because I find that it makes you look washed out and flat. But with something like a tinted moisturizer, something that's already pretty sheer to begin with, I want to keep as much coverage as possible. Okay, so here's one layer applied. I really actually wouldn't even call that one layer. I'd call it like maybe 3/4 of a layer. It was a little bit shy of what I would normally apply if I were applying a tinted moisturizer or foundation, but I really just want to go in slow and build this up, see how buildable it swatches and see if it'll give me any additional coverage. But so far, all this really did was kind of bring down the redness. It did give me a little bit of luminosity. I don't know if you can see, but my skin is glowing right now. It just looks nice and naturally luminous, lit from within. But like I said, I do want to layer this and see how it applies in layers, see if I can get any more coverage, or is it gonna look cakey? We'll see. So again, just taking about the same amount that I took before, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Just dab it all over my face first and then blend it out. Okay, this is more of like the coverage that I was expecting. Okay, so here's what 2 layers looks like. I feel like it took me a hot minute to blend that out. I feel like I was blending for a good 2 minutes. She was a little chunky applying, but once I blended it out, it all blended together seamlessly. It looks very nice and natural in skin. Like, it didn't cake up or anything anywhere once I actually took the time to blend it in. As y'all can see, it's still giving me that luminosity. It looks nice and dewy. It looks skin-like, and I just look nice and healthy and moisturized. And it feels nice on my skin too. It doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin, but my skin feels nice and hydrated. So far, this definitely is getting my stamp of approval. I love how this foundation finishes, how it feels, how it looks. I love that it gives me a little bit of SPF. It's almost giving me like glass skin. That's what I'm feeling with this. It looks so beautiful. So it is definitely not a full coverage. It's more of like a lights and medium coverage. I do still see some of the discoloration here peeking through just the tiniest bit. Y'all probably can't even see it on camera, but I can see it in the mirror here. It's barely noticeable though. And then I have this breakout right here, which is an active breakout that is peeking through, and y'all can definitely see that. But besides those 2 spots, all my other hyperpigmentation, discoloration, redness, all that has been evened out and covered up. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, which is really just gonna be brows. We're keeping it nice and simple today. So I'm gonna take this Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and just go ahead and set them, because I wanna stick with the natural vibes. And my brows are cooperating today. I actually shaved them yesterday, so I feel like they'll look fine with just brow gel. Here's the finished look. Nice, simple, natural look, looking like a baddie. About to face the world. Let me stop. But yeah, I really love how this foundation looks, and I hope that it holds up throughout the day and still looks this beautiful when I come back later. Because the sunscreen slash primer I'm wearing is a makeup primer, I don't feel the need to powder or anything like that, so I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna use just a light mist of a setting spray because I do have a kind of long day ahead of me. This product doesn't make any claims as far as wear. It doesn't claim anything like 8 hour, 12 hour, 16 hour, none of that. I do wanna go ahead and just do a light spritz with a spray to give it a chance. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus setting spray and just do a light spritz of that all over my face. Okay, so my setting spray is pretty much dry now. This is what we're looking like. Fresh face, fresh off the bat, love it. So currently it is 10:07 a.m. I have a long day ahead of me. I'm gonna put her to the test. I have work in a couple hours, but I do plan to do a check-in before work. I also am excited to check in at the end of the evening and see how everything turns out. But this is what we're looking like off the bat, nice and beautiful. So I'll be back in a couple hours to check in with you guys and see how we're wearing in the middle of the day, and then I'll do a final check-in when I'm done work. Hey y'all, so I'm at work now, so I want to do my check-in real quick. Gotta make this quick because I don't want to be late, but I want to make sure I cover everything and let y'all know how I'm feeling on this. Let me go ahead and change the angle so y'all can see this foundation a little better. So as you can see, here's what we are looking like. It's now 2 o'clock. Remember, I applied this at around 10:30, I believe. So this is 3.5 hours later. So this is what we're looking like. Everything is still nice and smooth. It's not breaking up. It's not bunching up or anything like that. It still looks pretty nice for the most part all over my skin. Even up here on my forehead, which surprised me because I was sweating a little bit today, like not profusely, but definitely I was doing some chores around the house, and I'm a very heat sensitive person, and this time of year, especially with the combination of the humidity, it does not take much for me to sweat. I was glistening a little bit, but it didn't make the foundation budge or anything like that. It still looks really nice up there. I tend to have a wrinkle that'll form on my forehead after a couple hours of wear, and I don't really have that going on right now, which is nice. I do have a slight crease like right here where, because I didn't want to wear sunglasses, I didn't want to have the nose imprint in the foundation, so I was like kind of squinting like that in the sun. And I have a little imprint right there. I don't know if you can see, but I can just tap that out. The under eye area as well actually held up a lot better than most foundations I've tried. It's not creasing as much as I've noticed with other foundations. And you know, with that, it's really a quick fix. If it creases up, all you have to do really is just take a finger and dab it out, and you're good for at least another hour, so at least I am. As far as the finish, I feel like it's a little bit more oily on my forehead now, but besides that, overall, it hasn't gotten oily anywhere else on my face. It's still luminous, but it had a luminous finish before, so that's not from my oils underneath seeping through the foundation or whatever. I feel like that's just the natural luminosity that this foundation gives you, because it does have the mica and the other pigments that is meant to give you that radiant finish. So far, this foundation gets gets my stamp of approval. I think it performs really well, but you know, we still have a whole shift to go through before I can give my final verdict. So I'll check in with you guys at the end of the night and let you know if I'm still loving this foundation. Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? I'm back to do my final check-in with y'all, get my final thoughts on the foundation and see how we're holding up, how it's doing. Currently it is 10:12 p.m. so it is almost, actually I think it's a little over 12 hours since I've applied the product. So this is what we're looking like after a full day, a full 12 hours. Now before I go ahead and go off on the product, I'm actually not going to tear it to shreds, but before I do say anything negative about it, I do just want you all to take into consideration that this product, as far as I was aware, made no claims about any type of wear time. You know, I looked on the website and I looked on the product itself and it didn't say anything about any sort of wear time, didn't say anything like 8 hours, 12 hours, none of that. So I'm just gonna look in the mirror here on my phone, see what we got going on. So overall, the main part where I sweat is in my forehead, so it looks like it basically wore off up there. Not completely, it's still some of it there, but it wore off pretty well up there. But you know, that's to be expected on my cheeks themselves. So I definitely do produce oil there. As you can see, it is looking a little bit more on the greasy side. We're definitely not luminous Dewy anymore. We're definitely getting into greasy territory. But besides the actual, you know, sebum overproduction we have going on here, the foundation itself is still holding up pretty well. It's not creasing at all. It didn't crease in my under eye area. It's not creasing up in my smile line, which is another area that tends to crease up. It is creasing up in the inner corner of my nose, but I find that pretty much every lightweight tinted moisturizer product that I've used so far does that. And like I said, up here, I do have that one little line just from when I like kind of bunch my brows like that and I get a little wrinkle there when I'm out in the sun. Unfortunately, I can't really help that. But otherwise, yeah, besides the shine and like I said, besides the forehead, because I was sweating up there, the product actually is holding up really well. It's not breaking up. It is still there. And again, also remember, I didn't use any sort of setting powder. All I did was use an SPF makeup primer, like hybrid 2-in-1, and then I set everything with a setting spray. Overall, I'm happy with this product. It's a nice lightweight formula. It gives you a nice light buildable coverage. It's great for everyday wear. It has SPF in it. Yeah, it's just a really nice lightweight product. Sits well on the skin. Doesn't irritate the skin, none of that. Definitely, if you're in the market for a nice lightweight summertime foundation, I would definitely recommend giving this a try. If you've had your eyes on it and you're curious about it, this gets my stamp of approval. And with that being said, that's the end of this video. That's the end of my review on this product. If y'all like this video, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and click the bell button so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Leave a comment below letting me know what you liked about this video, what you disliked, any videos you want to see in the future. Just leave a comment below letting me know any of your feedback, and I'll be sure to read all your comments, and I'll be back with a new video shortly. Bye.